kinda how I'm grounded with that hammer. Tony Romo, how I make plays, but it feel like I do it better. Tony Stark, cause I'm with them hops. I stay flying any weather. Gotta keep it under pressure, or whenever, that's a standard. You get mainly manhandle, trying to mess around with my treasure. But the top notch bitches get the most, not the less. Phantom Frost.
Hello, and welcome back to Ouachitalk, stories and sounds of the parish. I'm Ben.
I'm your local anti-Donnie.
And I'm Phantom Frost.
Phantom Frost. So when did you first realize you wanted to make music, bro? Is there a specific influence?
All right, so here's the story on that. So when I was growing up, it was like hard to express myself emotionally. So I felt like the best way to do that was to channel the energy. And it was like, it started off with a little bit of anger because, you know, you got puberty and everything going on in your mind. You don't really understand it all. And it's like, when in class, I had this friend girl. Her name was Deja. She still rap to this day. But anyways, long story short, she encouraged me to start rapping.
Nice.
And I looked at it as a good way to channel the energy. And so the first thing I actually did was I battle rapped in junior high. So I was about 13, 14, and this was in Ohio. Oh. So I'm not actually from Ohio. I'm actually from West Monroe, Louisiana, but I used to stay in Ohio.
Yeah, right. What part of Ohio?
In Toledo.
Okay,
it was a really good part of Ohio, to be honest.
Toledo, Ohio.
I heard it got worse after I left.
I bet. I wonder why, huh?
And it's people going crazy, man.
Yeah. So, dude, your social media is about motivation, inspiration, positivity, things like that. What drives that?
Yeah, man. So I feel like after you go through so much pain, you don't really want to put people through that. In fact, you start to see how people can be the cause of it. Yeah. And you know what I'm saying? And it's like, the thing is, if you have people to influence you to be better, then why not be the influence for people to be better, you know?
Yeah, that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
That's right. Because if you're continuing the same path and you're just sharing that to the next person, then you're just sharing the same disease. Yeah. So with the music, with the therapy that is music, it's like you speak on it and then it's out there.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Someone else can take it and use that internally.
Yeah, you know, and I let them decide how they want to take it, you know what I'm saying? See, I know the positive messages I try to put out there, and sometimes people might look at it as like a good vibe or party time, you know what I'm saying? They might look over the good messages in there, but overall it still delivers something positive.
That's right. Oh, yeah. When I was listening to your tracks, I hear the message loud and clear of the positivity and everything, and like you said, they might overlook that.
Yeah. And I have to put it across in a way where they get it and understand it and vibe to it.
Right.
Otherwise, I'm still just expressing myself, so it's still good for me too.
Right.
But if I want them to pick up on it, I have to put it away and across where they genuinely,
that's right,
you know what I'm saying, vibe with it.
Well, you can explain all that in your book.
Yeah.
One day.
Yeah, I was thinking about making a book actually.
You should do it, man, for sure. So, was there a particular artist that influenced you coming up?
Honestly, no, I would say that I liked a lot of artists coming up, and I listened to different genres as well. So I wouldn't even consider myself a rapper. I would consider myself a unique artist because, like, I make different types and styles of music.
For sure.
That's what I get from your music.
Yeah, and it's all just me though, based off my experiences or things that I've dealt with. You know what I'm saying? And things that I've seen happen around me, all of that good stuff.
Right. Life influential music.
Right.
I love that, man. That's
exactly.
what's up. So for those who hear you for the first time, who is Phantom Frost? How did you come up with that name?
Hey, that's a pretty good question to see. In an upcoming song, I got it where I break that down into two simple bars. I say, Phantom Frost is just a spirit when this body turned to dust, just another ghost in the world where metal turned to rust. So ultimately, I believe the Phantom represents the spiritual side of music. So it's like it already exists somewhere before it comes to your mind. And then once it comes to your mind, you bring it into the 3D reality by constructing a physical sound, something that you can actually hear with your senses. You know what I'm saying?
Makes it more tangible.
Right. Amen. And Frost itself was what it actually started with. So when I was in junior high, that's what I just started with, Frost, because it's an acronym. And it means ferocious artist of stupendous talent.
Nice.
And it wasn't until I was about 17, 18 once I realized how spiritual music really is. And so I added the Phantom to it.
Nice. I dig it, man.
Yeah, man. Look, the whole vibe from your videos and your visuals and your sounds and all that seems like a brand. It seems like a brand.
Yeah.
Is that intentional?
Yeah, it really is. So the actual brand is not Phantom Frost though. The actual brand is 1G. Yeah.
Is what?
It's 1G.
1G?
1G, yeah. So 1G, it actually means unity. It sounds like unity. It means unity because 1G means one God, one gang, or one general family.
And you mean that for like everybody?
Unity, yeah. So like, what are you, Mexican, Caucasian, Black, African, you know what I'm saying, etc.
That's beautiful.
You know what I'm saying? I got friends that's Arabians, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, we all family at the end of the day, we all fragments of God.
Yeah.
And that's why I represent spiritual, you know what I'm saying?
I love that. We all bleed red.
Yeah. And that's in the 3D world. When you think about it, we all have our own battles in the mental world though, you know what I'm saying?
Don't we ever, brother?
And that's what the music meant to help get people through. Like, if you're having a hard time thinking or seeing life clearly, I try to express it in a way that I can put it across, or articulate it into a way that they can be receptive of it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, just got to keep growing, getting better.
Your music spans a lot of different energies. You got songs like Fairy Tale, Lose Control, Mission Next, Tony.
Yeah.
They all hit with different energies.
And they all have different stories.
So how do you decide what energy or direction that a song is going to take? Does it happen during the process, or does it come out from like the ether?
So it's like, most of my songs are all about experiences, and so since you mentioned Tony, let's start with that one.
Yeah.
So I got a homie named Tony Sanchez. He like a brother to me. He actually my manager working at El Paso Mexican Grill, right next to the Walmart in West Monroe.
Yeah.
So Tony was telling me before he got into restaurants, he actually wanted to do music, but he said it's a lot harder than building restaurants. So what he said, he was gonna stick to doing the restaurants, and what I said was I was gonna keep his dream alive, and so I made the song Tony.
Interesting.
For Tony.
Interesting.
And so he helped me with that video as well. We actually used his spot as one of the locations, and we had a homie named Nick. He came out and did some Tony Hawk skateboard tricks and stuff like that.
Saw that.
Man, it was very fun. The whole thing behind that was fun. And my little brother, he got on there as a feature, TDB Key. He really good too.
Oh, he is.
Yeah,
Sure.
man, he's more of a drill type artist, but
I liked it,
yeah,
man.
the collaboration was perfect.
I heard the difference in the energies, and I was like, whoa, that's really cool. Nice. I dig that.
Yeah, for sure.
Who does most of your like filming for your videos?
So Music City Studios in West Monroe, there's a guy named Adam Harper. Man, I met him about 3 years back. Yeah. And he was originally my engineer, but then he put me on game telling me how he filmed too.
Yeah.
And so like, well, once he told me that, I was like, man, you know what? I'm gonna start filming with you. And like, I ain't gonna lie, he costs a pretty penny, man. He costs a pretty penny.
It's worth it. Man.
But yeah, his editing styles are always worth it. All I have to focus on is the location and people. You know what I'm saying? So people bring props, and the location is where it's at.
So when I first came across your music, the first thing that hit me was, all right, I like this energy. I like what you're about. Okay, the second thing that hit me, I won't lie to you, is the videos, man. Crisp, dude.
Yes,
they are very good.
Y'all have to check. Y'all have to check out the videos.
Check out this man's YouTube and watch everyone.
We're gonna put the YouTube down here.
Yeah, Major League, Tony Toretto, Lose Control, beautiful videos, magnificent, great people, great props, great scenery. Yeah, Mission is great, very spiritual song right there.
I like that song, man.
Have you worked with Mitch Lang any? Or is that in the future?
Yeah, that's in the future. Mitch Lang, he's like my shadow mentor. So a lot of people don't even know that I'm like really connected with Mitch Lang like that yet. But he has been working with me behind the scenes because I got a movie that I'm actually working on.
Nice.
Yeah, I had to write this movie because it tells like my life story and many people around me's life story as well.
Nice. See, I'm friends with both of y'all, and I didn't even know y'all was plugged in like that. That's cool, man. What's up?
Yeah.
So walk us through the process of making a Phantom Frost video. You know,
A Phantom Frost video?
Do you pick the locations, the concepts, the visuals? Do you collaborate with Adam?
Yeah,
on that?
see. Now this is the main key ingredient right here. What people fail to realize and think about. Networking, man. So once it comes down to networking, you gotta actually build and maintain these friendships. Don't just use them though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't call them only when you got a video or something to make.
right.
You hit them up when you got some food you could buy them, or you want to hang out for a minute and have a
whatever
good
you
time.
can do for 'em.
Connect with them.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And
Don't take
then,
advantage of your friends, bro.
Exactly. Never take advantage of your friends. No, I'm not saying that. Just because people are in a better situation than you don't mean they required or obligated to help you. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is to treat them right. And then when it comes time, you built a scenario, you got the idea, you got the song, you got the sound. When it comes time to articulate an actual visual for it, then you already got it in mind which people you need to call.
Right.
And you know they're likely to be more receptive because you've been treating them right.
Right.
Yeah.
Amen to that. That's beautiful words. I wish the youth could understand that more.
Yeah.
How powerful networking but maintaining those relationships are.
Yeah, it's very important. Very important.
It's crucial, actually.
Yeah, it's crucial because sometimes they'll come in handy for other things outside of the music videos.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
that's right.
And you want to be able to do the same thing for them.
I always think of it like when I'm on a mission for someone else, I'm like, well, this is for the people that are going to help me when I'm down.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Not
exactly.
because I want or need that help, but because I know they might want and need that help.
Right.
Right, Benjamin. You're right.
Oh, do you write daily or do you wait for the vibe to hit you? I know things inspire you and it's all about the things that happen in life, but do you make it a point every day to exercise that? Because that's a muscle.
No.
Having that that's a muscle and you got to exercise that muscle.
Honestly, it's a mix. It's a mix of both. So like I like to call myself practicing daily. So sometimes I
There you go.
freestyle. You know what I'm saying? So I might find beats that I really enjoy, whether it's guitar, piano, trap, holiday, and I just freestyle something. If I'm not really feeling what I'm freestyling, if I know it's not really how I feel, but it just sounds good, then I won't write it. But if I do find a bar or two, or I come up with a good vibe that I like, I'll write a hook or I'll write a few bars. So some days I might not write a whole song, but I'll still put something towards exercise.
Yeah.
You said holiday.
Yeah.
That makes me think of December to December.
Yeah.
I mean, I really dig that.
Hey, I appreciate that,
Me
man.
and my boy Kinley, we're recording a Christmas album.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, on the down low. But this, I guess now it's not. I know about it.
Hey, man, they gonna know about it now.
Maybe
man.
Zay could.
They gonna know about it now.
100%. 100%. That would be cool. Do you plan on writing any other festival, Christmas, holiday style music?
Yeah, man. Honestly, I do got some songs coming up that I've been thinking about. I got a Christmas song called "Spice of Life," just a catchy tune and a good vibe. And then I got a New Year's song called "Souvenir," which is a little bit more deeper, a little bit more of a summary of this entire year, and more about how like just being blessed and thankful to live to see another year.
I call that a concept piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes you can have more than one song, and they'll
And it's like
they're a concept, with
and it's a
one- within
legacy.
one another.
Back to that first question you asked me about who is Phantom Frost. When I say Phantom Frost is just a spirit, it's a legacy. So souvenir is actually representation of when I'm gone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
that.
So it's a souvenir for me visiting the world for everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The castings of our existence is what we leave behind and what others remember of us.
Right.
Yeah.
I like that. To carry that on in your music, that's awesome, bro.
The legacy is to be remembered. You're right.
For sure.
Zay, you wanna name a few people that you've done collabs with here locally, and who's a dream collab for you?
All right, so when we on set and you say Zay, I'm thinking of my director side. So I'm like kind of schizophrenic. I got two different personalities. You feel me? So when you say
Watch you
collab,
rejoice.
I'm Frost. I'm Phantom Frost. You heard me?
Okay.
And so it's like when you say collab, when I think of the best collabs I had, man, I think I love all the collabs I had. I love collabing with Social Trigger consistently though. My little cousin Social Trigger is really an amazing artist and he's very versatile. You know what I'm saying? Like he's this person who don't mind facing uncomfortabilities to make a new song, to make a better song, because honestly with you, he did not like the idea of the holiday music. He did not like it. He was like, man, That's kind of sweet. It's too jingle. It's too upbeat for me. I'm like, that's cool. I was like, man, let me come up with something for it and then bring it back to you. So we find a good beat for the holiday music. I'll come up with a hook, bring it back to him. He like, man, that's lit, man. Honestly, I like it a little more now. You got the hook on there. I think I could do something with that. And then he'll put a verse on there, and I'll be like, "Yeah, man, I told you could do it. I told you could do it."
When I heard his verse, I was like, "Bro, that was natural. It just came like man, it was good, dude. It was really good."
And honestly, I think he came a little harder on the second one. So like December to December actually came first because it was that Christmas time. But then we did Fairy Tale for New Year's, and I honestly thought he went harder on Fairy Tale to me.
Yeah. I mean, we grow, man, with everything we do.
With everything we do, and that's what I love about him. We see progress with every song.
You guys' styles are very unique and different from one another, but when you come together, that's tight, man.
Yeah,
that's really tight.
Perfect blend. It's like chicken and shrimp, gumbo, sausage. You know what I'm saying? Mix it out in the pot.
You know what they asked me? My wife asked me at the school. They got gumbo plates. You want a gumbo plate? I said, "How you gonna put a gumbo on a plate? You gotta put that in a bowl."
If it's a to-go plate, it might have walls. You can close it up.
To-go plate, bro.
To-go plate.
All right, Phantom, though, but a dream collab.
A dream collab, man. Wiz Khalifa, man. I love Wiz Khalifa, man. He's a smooth vibe dude, man. And I feel like he ain't too out there in the world where he don't understand the spiritual side of life. You know what I'm saying?
So what's something that one of your fans may be surprised to learn about you?
I would say there was a point in time in my life I didn't care about sleeping in my ride. You know what I'm saying? So like it was like, man, once it come to a point, you taking care of your girls. You know what I'm saying? They probably was sometimes you gotta pay for all the bills, pay for your chick. You might even pay stepdad, but then it get to a point like, man, do I really need all this in my life?
Right.
Nah, I'm gonna go my way, you go your way, and I'm gonna go do my thing. You know what I'm saying? You can keep this crib, even though it might have been my name. I started to rent on the crib. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm like, I'm gonna do what I need to do to really push the music. You know what I'm saying? So I slept in my ride for a little while. Yeah, and there's always been people there for me. I ain't never had to go dirty or nothing like that. I always took showers. I always went to the gym. You know what I'm saying? Go to the gym because I feel like it's a spiritual journey disguised as a physical one. You know what I'm saying? It's discipline. You can't fake discipline with steroids.
So I never, in my past really was big into working out, but in the last year or so, I've been getting into that a little bit. And you want to talk about a sacrifice of the flesh and the mind.
Yeah.
So what I've learned to do is try to do it early in the morning. Because that's the one thing I'm like,
early
I don't want to do.
You feel me?
If you do,
you get your hardest task out the way first, and everything else easier.
That's it.
That's how you do it.
Because if you rise in the morning with that intent, the rest of the day you already won, bro.
Yeah, you already won.
You already won.
You play anywhere locally or regionally?
Yeah, man. Most I really do is I just make music video because that's where I feel like my biggest talent lies at. So it's like, instead of going out to like these clubs and looking for gigs and stuff, I'd rather let them come to me, rather let those opportunities come to me because I know how it is. They'll try to be like, oh, we're going to charge you to perform. No, you're going to pay me to perform.
Right.
You're not going to charge me to perform.
Well, these people here know me, and I've been doing this for around 30 years. In the future, hopefully, you can trust me to put you on a show. I don't charge nothing.
Absolutely,
I want you to make the money.
Absolutely, Donnie.
That'd be a beautiful.
And I appreciate the network and collaboration, man.
Oh man,
I appreciate that.
I'd love to do it.
100%.
Ben knows. I do nothing but get people to their shows.
Every time I hear Ben, I think of Breaking Benjamin. You know what I'm saying? I just love all types of music, man. I listen to rock. I listen to different language too. I listen to Japanese. It's funny how spiritual music is. You can listen to a song that's in Japanese and you can articulate your vibe, how you feel from hearing it. And then if you look up the translation, it's almost exact to the vibe.
Yeah.
No, the
Yeah.
only 2 times I literally listen to what I would maybe call Japanese is if one of the kids at the house is watching
But Japanese, Spanish, it don't
Yeah,
matter what
yeah.
it is. It matters the
What he's
sound.
saying, man.
or if I'm at the hibachi.
It matters the sound, how it resonates. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Hey,
no,
that's
for
real
sure,
talk though.
for sure, for
Man, you
sure.
need to try the Naruto ramen shop in Monroe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good, man.
Yeah, it's very
good.
good.
It's good.
Very
I like
good.
Ronin.
Yeah.
Ronan's really good, man. That seaweed salad, bro.
Right.
You ever had a seaweed salad?
Nah, I ain't never tried that one. I ain't gonna lie to you.
My
But
man, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. Man.
So, do you work at Music City?
nah, you could almost say how much I be up in there, but no, I don't actually.
They might
work
as
that,
well
though.
pay you, huh?
Yeah, they might as
payroll.
well. Nah, but they help me out though. They do give me discounts and stuff because I go so consistently. You know what I'm saying? Scott's a real good manager there, man. He'll give me discounts. Like they'll charge you $80 for Studio C, which is normal. You know what I'm saying? But if you come, let's say this is my 3rd time coming this week, he'll knock it down to 60 for me. All right, I've been seeing you this week. You've been coming. We gonna.
Man, that's good.
You can save $40 today.
That helps.
Hey,
Yeah, it helps
help.
for real.
That's
a big
for real.
help.
That's lunch and gas and then the next day breakfast.
See what that is, though? That's Scott doing exactly what you do.
Yeah,
That's him looking out
for his community.
people. Exactly.
Yeah,
for sure.
Scott over at Music City Studios has taken care of so many different artists, and including myself in the past.
Yeah, man. And speaking of Scott, Adam Harper has as well, man. He'll be
Adam,
in there
yeah.
doing the session, and he'll not only mix you down, well, he'll go in and put on some vocals or add a beat, make a beat for you, and he'd do it so swiftly, so quickly, you wouldn't even be like, man, what?
Yeah.
You really get a real bang for your buck working with that engineer. For
Yeah,
real.
have you worked with David Posey over there?
You know what? I haven't worked with David Posey, but I heard that Sosa Trigger has.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah, because
David's good dude.
Like I said,
David's
Sosa
a
Trigger.
solid
Like I
dude,
said,
bro.
Sosa Trigger, a good artist. He got a lot of solo songs too that people need to check out.
Yeah, see, I started checking him out after I saw the features with you,
Yeah,
and I was like, whoa, I like this guy's style too.
and that makes sense though because most of the songs he got visuals to are with me.
Right.
Yeah, because I know I direct most of every video.
Yep. You do good job with that, man. You do real good with the directing.
Hey, appreciate that.
You got it, bro. Which video was the hardest to shoot, and which one are you the most proud of?
It makes sense for you to ask that next. I would say the hardest to shoot was probably Major League. And Major League is such a good video though. And
Is that the one you showed me? Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's one of them. But yeah, that's the first one I showed you. Yeah.
And yeah, we was thinking about how to just keep the visual conception going hard while still sticking to the main heart of the song. And it was like you just got a team of guys that's just real powerful in one way or the other. You know what I'm saying? You got the artillery, the fast cars, the big trucks. You know what I'm saying? You got the big strong dudes masked up and everything. You feel me? So this the Major League, and the whole time, Adam is the one who shoot all the videos, but he never once ever got on the road for anybody.
Right.
And he actually got on the road for us to shoot some motion with the
that's
cars
really cool.
rolling.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
nice.
saying? The four-wheelers, motorcycles, all that good stuff. And it was very difficult to do, and it turned out very well. Now, my favorite video, though, I would actually have to say one of my more recent videos called Lose Control.
Lose control.
Okay.
And the reason I would say that is because the song is more of like a party song, and in the middle of the song, I mentioned like the main vibe of the song. I said, I do what I wanna. If I ain't done it yet, then I'm gone. I'm still hardball. I'm such a stoner. I ain't been to Vegas, but still I'm a stunner. You know what I'm saying? So it was like I'm giving off the vibe that everybody could just be themselves and just have fun. So all I had to do directing that video was very easy. All I had to do was just character placements. Everybody that came, just network. Call up the people who want to come hang out. They ain't even know the song yet. They got there and like, man, this is the most amazing song I ever heard you do. I'm like, man, whatever. I like it too, though.
It's about 5 or 6 months in right now. Huh?
Yeah, about 6 months.
It's got a lot of hits, man.
Yeah, it's
got a lot of plays.
About a cool thousand plays a month. It's around 5.7 going on 6K now.
That's impressive.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's impressive. That's
Yeah.
impressive.
You got to think
Appreciate that,
where,
man.
where you're sitting at.
Yeah,
In West
yeah,
Monroe.
we in West
Yeah.
Monroe, you know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
like, you could be the most talented artist. You could be Eminem, but you coming out of West Monroe, and it might be a couple years before you really make it anywhere.
Yeah,
Something I've always said. You can just about live anywhere anywhere, bro, in this nation,
Yeah.
and make it. But if you can thrive in Louisiana, you really got it, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And speaking of, speaking of that, we're in the Bible Belt. There's a lot of negativity here and gun row, and blah, 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 blah. How do you stay focused on your craft in this area?
So yeah, right there when it comes, so I mentioned before networking, so like how 1G is the main brand. So it's like you gotta have your community, you gotta have your brotherhood, you gotta have if you're gonna stick to one woman, you gotta have a peaceful woman, you know what I'm saying? Otherwise, just have women that only come to you and you never have to chase them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Only stick to the circumstances where you constantly growing, elevating. So if nobody's around, I write.
Yeah.
Consistently, more music, plan, videos. You know what I'm saying? The people that's gonna be there.
Is that your piece?
And it's actually very peaceful. I spend a lot of alone time. People look at me like a big extrovert because I do so well around a lot of people. And it is true, I do have some extroverted tendencies.
Yeah.
But overall, I spend a lot of alone time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Is there anyone in the Monroe area, that you've never worked with, but you would like to work with? Might be a chance to reach out to them.
Man, the homie Monroe Slimmy, he's actually not rapping anymore, but he connects with artists and gets them on a platform called Come Through Tulsa. And I actually had met this little dude named Lil Danger one time. He hard, but he just be on a lot of drill rap, so it'd be like, I could hit him up and see what he talk about, but it ain't really nobody that I'll just be like, yeah, I need to get him on a song, and then I'll be like, the artists that have my type of vibe, that I just connect with him as it goes, you know what I'm saying? And I met him though, and he seemed really cool as a person, despite his music, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I say I wouldn't mind working with him.
Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah.
Did you ever know any of the guys from Triple Threat Mixtape?
Triple Threat.
At my venue, the Trial Bar, we had different rap battles. We had several rap shows, hip hop shows, and all that. And that's the one that sticks out to me that I remember the most is Triple Threat Mixtape. And I can't remember any of their names specifically, but if it don't ring a bell, it don't.
So what about Backwoods Productions? Do you remember them?
Nah, I ain't familiar with them.
Back in 2007, I put on a show with several other people called the Monroe Music Fest, and we had one of their artists, Joe Bone. Man, Joe is an amazing artist. I don't know if he's still rapping. Joe, if you're out there, bro, start rapping again, bro.
Hey man,
we're old.
He vouching, so you gotta keep doing your thing.
Hey, you start rapping again, bro.
We're old.
Killing it, dude.
We're naming these like '90s guys to him. Well, tell me this.
See,
Tell
I
me
put
this.
some thought into these questions.
Oh yeah. Tell me this. If you wasn't doing music, what would you be doing?
Honestly, I've been thinking about transitioning from musics to picking up heavier on my visuals, and I feel like the first step to do that was to really like start crafting movies. Like I've actually written, and excuse my language, 3 movies now, but I want to do one before I start on the other 2, because I feel like it could be some good opportunities and some good gateways open for other people that's gonna be involved. You know what I'm saying, with the movie. So I actually call this movie, I'll give you a brief rundown, I call this movie The Grand Scheme, you feel me? And so
so a few months back, one day at work, you reached out to me.
Yeah.
And you were like, "Hey man, I'm gonna do this movie. I wanna put you in this movie."
Yeah.
He had a certain role for me. Is that the movie you're talking about?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up.
You feel me? And so it's like in the movie, I feel like it's a good way to get different cultures involved and tell a unique story.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Based off living life in Monroe. You know what I'm
Nice.
saying?
Yeah, digital media is where it's at nowadays. I mean, here we are sitting at a audio video podcast,
Right.
you know, talking about your music and your art, you know, and what's coming next.
And it's life, you know what I'm
So-
saying? We speaking on how we live our lives, you know what I'm saying? Me as
Amen,
an artist,
amen.
it ain't just something that I represent one day, it's an identity that I live by.
It's a lifestyle.
Right.
Yeah.
And you've touched on this a few times. I don't know if you know this about me, but my wife is Mexican and lives in Mexico City. So when it comes to how you speak about the different cultures, I've heard in your lyrics and stuff, I mean, we all bleed red.
Yeah, that's true.
And I love that about your art.
Yeah, we all humans, and as a human, we're all fragments of God. That's why we have divine minds, and we're capable of doing anything that we put our mind to.
Right.
1G.
Feel me?
1G.
Straight
I
up.
feel it. So it's more of a movement, really.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
Yeah, and it might start small. It might just start with me and other local artists that's willing to put in the work to, you know what I'm saying, represent it. But eventually they'll see what it's actually for.
When you get some more merch, man, holler at me.
At the end of the day, my main mission every day is to make God proud. As long as I do what it takes to make God proud. You gotta do this. You gotta do this every day, you know what I'm saying?
Sir.
Good times, bad times. Sometimes your faith may wane, but that's when you gotta bring yourself back on the course.
That's humanity, man.
You gotta bring yourself back on the course.
And that's whenever your faith in God really shines through.
Yeah.
Those hardest parts.
Yeah, you're right about that. You're right
Those
about
hardest
that.
points of your life, man. Because when you're in the valley, it's all hunky dory. But as soon as you see that mountain, it's right here. It starts to get weak.
Yep, that's the enemy.
It all starts to
You're
come
right,
down
Danny.
on you, and then you dig deep,
Right.
you dig deep, and that's what that sacrifice we were talking about earlier. You know,
Yeah.
be it working out or be it staying true to one thing.
And then my
Yeah,
most recent
job.
song, Mission, I touched up on a lot of those distractions and fights that we have on the internals, you know what I'm saying? And I hope people really check it out and get the message out of that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a good song. That was one of my favorites that I listed. I sent these guys a few, and they were like, "Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good song, man."
I did. Like I told him, I only got to see one video, but I was listening while I was painting, and there's just the message and the clarity and the quality of the recordings are just beautiful.
What I
And I'm
appreciate-
glad you was able to get that good energy out of it too, because one thing I appreciate about my music is I love to listen to it while I'm working as well.
Yeah.
When you're working, it gives you that energy you
Yo,
need.
Yeah,
it puts you in that
man.
mindset.
Real talk.
Yeah.
Another thing I really like about your art is, you know, when you're very poetic, but you don't rhyme every line.
Right.
You say what you are supposed to say. You say, or not necessarily what you're supposed to say, but what you genuinely are trying to say. It cuts through the mix because you don't rhyme every single thing with wordplay, which wordplay is very crucial and cool in that style. But sometimes I'm listening to you and I'm like, oh, he just said that, didn't even rhyme, dude, and it sounded so jail, man. It just went right through.
And sometimes it does rhyme, but it's the accent that makes it rhyme.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's that style, man.
So if I say I ain't got time to wine and dine, you know it's going down. So it's like it's the accent that makes it rhyme.
Yeah.
Yo, I get it.
I noticed that too. That's beautiful. Tell us where you're going to be in 5 years.
In 5 years, I can't even tell you that, but I could tell you I would see myself if I was to visualize it.
There you go.
I would say I had moved up. I'm a better artist. I make more visuals more often. I start performing in places that I feel comfortable with.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? And from there, I'll still be behind the scenes working on movies.
Nice.
And hopefully by 5 years, I would definitely have 2 movies done instead of just one.
Nice. I believe you can do it.
Yeah, I've been thinking about taking up some roles in other people's films as well, rather than just working on the ones that I've written.
Yeah. Yeah. That can only help.
Yeah.
It'll grow, man. You know, just a month ago, we were talking about this podcast.
Yeah.
And now we're talking on a podcast.
Yeah.
And that's how we do it. That's how you do it. You don't,
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying? You got to envision it first before it comes to
Yeah.
fruition.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And then you got to let it breathe and you
Yeah.
got to breathe it out.
Yeah.
In and out, man.
Surrender all things to God outside your control.
Man, that's some good advice, bro.
Yeah.
100%.
I had to do this on the daily, man. Sometimes I'll catch myself getting upset because somebody didn't do their job right, and then I'll be like, you know what? I'm going to just help them because I can control my own actions, but I can't control nobody else's
A
actions.
man can control more with an open hand than he ever could a closed fist.
Yes.
I believe that as well.
So, if you could catch up with your younger self, what advice would you give to him?
Man, go for positive music earlier. Go learn as much about finance as you can, about, you know what I'm saying. I would say if this was like advice to like teenagers or early 20s, I would say, man, stack before you worry about credit. So get a lot more money in and then start investing in your credit. And overall, just consistently invest in your knowledge and your skills, because at the end of the day, by the time you reach 30 or 40, my current age is 30, by the time you reach 30, you'll have more skills developed. And so if you lose everything the next day, you have something to fall back on that already exists in your mind.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
I like that.
And remember, 1G is unity, you know what I'm saying? So love your neighbor. If somebody did you some harm, don't hold a grudge against them. Just turn the other way and show them the best revenge is positivity. God will handle any karma. You don't need to handle everything.
Amen.
You know, Phantom, sometimes I have to give the advice to others. I have to take myself first, you know?
Yeah.
And some advice I've had to give myself over the years, with that being said, is sometimes when you forgive someone, of course you're forgiving them for them, but you're forgiving them for
yourself. You don't want to carry that emotional baggage.
That's power.
Anything. I learned that once you really open your heart, it's like when you look at it, anything that you hold over, like regret is one of the worst feelings you could have. So it's like, you're gonna regret what you didn't do more than what you did do most times. So if you got a dream, you should definitely go for it, because you're gonna regret it later for not going for it.
Right, and the worst case scenario is it didn't work.
Yeah.
You already know you can do this. You can work at McDonald's. You already know that. So if you fail, you tried.
You gave it your all, man.
Yeah.
And
Well, I feel like we're pretty much at that point. If you feel like maybe, are there any questions you want to ask us?
Man, what made y'all decide to start doing podcasts?
I'll be honest with you. I too wanted to make a movie.
Yeah.
I wanted to make a documentary about the local music scene.
So was that inspired by like Mitch Lang?
No, Mitch Lang amongst everyone else. Actually, I came to Mitch first, and he gave me the advice years ago. You know what the advice he gave me?
What was that?
You can't fit the local music scene in a 45-minute to an hour and 20-minute movie.
and he's right.
He's dead right, dude. Mitch
He's
is
right.
dead right about that.
He's right.
Yeah. So when Mitch gave me that advice, I was like, wow, that's right, man. So it stayed within me for a long time, and then I had this idea. We're living in the age of podcasts. Next thing you know, Mitch is doing a podcast, and I said, look at that. That's Kismet. That dude is basically just living that, and I love it.
Mitch is what, 7 movies in now?
I'm telling you, impressive, bro.
Yeah,
Very impressive.
Very impressive.
So me and Donnie drove out to meet with Mitch and Drew, and we said, hey, man, we want to do a podcast, and we want your grace. Not your permission, your grace, because we respect you. You did it first. We want to do it about the music, not just the music, but the art.
Yeah.
Passion, movie making, you know, everything that all these artists do. We have authors, we have people who create things. We have people like Mitch that need a place to speak.
Business owners.
I mean, dude, it's all about telling your story and being your genuine self. And we really want to highlight that in this area.
And man, the best thing to do, I would say, is to give a shout out to all the other local artists, like especially the artists that I worked with, the rest of 1G, Rock Solid, Social Trigger, TDB Key.
We welcome them.
Hey, shout out to Cujo as well. You know what I'm saying? And Jamie Young, Lil Danger, we see y'all doing y'all thing. Jerry Ferran, my cousin Perp, Lil Perp, that boy go hard, man. Check him out. Man, hey, then not even just the artists though, just everybody that makes up a good, solid community, man. Shout out to Dustin Christie, man, the best spray foam professional in Northeast Louisiana, man.
Check him out, you
Hey,
guys.
man, you need installation, holla at Dustin Christie, man. And then the homie Tony Sanchez, Tony Molina. These people keeping everything going, keeping things alive. Shout out Tony Sanchez holding it down for the Hispanic community, man. The Mexican amigos. And Tony Molina out here holding it down for the skateboarders out there grinding.
Love that guy.
You know, Tony's the reason that me and you met.
Yeah, Tony's a good friend, man. He's like a brother, man.
He's a
for
great
real.
friend, bro.
He knows what it is. And
Man, he's a good
He
soul.
knows how to live life, you know what I'm saying?
100%. He lives his life. He don't sleep. He don't dream.
Yeah.
That's right.
Gotta catch up with that man this weekend, man. He been calling me all week trying to get me out there.
When I go to Mexico in December, me and him's going to meet up down there and kick it.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, it's been real and it's been fun, and it's been real fun.
Yeah, Mr. Benjamin, you're definitely right
brother.
about that.
Yes, sir.
Mr.
Yes, sir.
Donnie.
Hey, man, what a pleasure.
So let's close it out. Until next time, keep the spirits thriving.
Ha.
Yeah.
Chicken heavy in the danger zone, nigga. But they hiding though. Keep that mask. No face, no case. YG, TDB. Hey. Tony Hawk, Tony Montana, how I'm grinding with that hammer. Tony Romo, how I make plays, but it feel like I do it better. Tony Stark, cause I'm with them hops. I stay flying any weather. Gotta keep it under pressure, or whenever, that's a standard. You get mainly manhandle, trying to mess around with my treasure. But the top notch bitches get the most, not the lesser. Phantom Frost, I call me Tony, he'll call me whatever. But if she asks my name, Tony, what I'ma tell her? They said I got some nefarious plots, so they tryna indict me with various cops. Lots of precarious barrier block, but I'm a win, so I never co-op.